Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. I call this channel the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. I call this here chapstick, and this is Holiday Cocoa Scented and Flavored. I pulled it at random. Today's video, you see from the title, you see from the thumbnail, we are back in Pat McGrath Mothership VII Divine Rose. I know, shocked myself. Fenty Brow Pencil as usual. We have on the Pat McGrath primer. I did go on Amazon. I purchased a 3-pack of airless pumps. This is 0.5 ounces. And then they had a 1 ounce and then like a 1.75 ounces, whatever. So this is the Pat McGrath primer in here. As you pump it, it goes up. So you are sure to get all of the product. Because if you saw that video, I was having issues with the bag not pumping that was inside the container. Anyway, Pat McGrath foundation. I wear shade M18. I will probably go in later and put on concealer. Yeah, it's a very lightweight foundation, very natural, and I do like it for that reason, because I still look like me, even with under eye discoloration, because Troll has under eye discoloration. So this will be look number 3 with this palette, but let me start from the beginning. Why do I call this Fenty Eye Shadow Primer? Because it is. Why do I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube? Enjoying doing videos, knowing it's okay to be yourself. If you're serious, if you're goofy, whatever it is, sometimes I'm just like a box of chocolates. I don't even know what's going to happen until it comes out of my mouth. So just knowing it's okay to be you, not trying to emulate someone else or feeling like, oh, will they like what I do? Will they accept me as a person? You are who you are. And what you think about yourself is far more important than what other people think about you. That was the crazy part. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards, or if I forget what my intro is. The troll part. Y'all, I don't know what's wrong with me. I do. It's hot in here. Why was it 80 degrees in here? Why? I put my air conditioning on. Today is October 28th. Why did I put my air conditioner on? Because it was 80 degrees in here. I'm just like, this is insane. Try not to feel like when you're watching beauty related content that you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you're satisfied with it. That's the troll part, because sometimes we'll feel like, because we hear you have to do this if you want this look, you have to do this if you want to do that. No, you don't. Do you, boo-boo? Be the troll you are and accept yourself and love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. That's the bottom line of the Crazy Troll Nation, knowing it's okay to be yourself and accepting yourself in your natural state, period. If you're new here, thank you for being here. I do need to let you know I do curse on my channel sometimes, because I curse sometimes, period. I do try to catch myself. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see what happens. So if you have a thought like, did she really say that? I did. So we're going to get into this look. I'm excited to, actually, I'm indifferent about coming back to any palette in my collection right now, because I bust out a lot of looks, actually 5, with the Xenon palette, and I am loving it. And I wanted to do more, and I said, you know what, let me look at my calendar and do what's in my calendar. So this was in my calendar to do look number 3 with this, and I do want to do more with it, because I do want to run through a palette when I first get it, and I ran through Xenon quick. And so we're going to start rotating other palettes again, because I want to use what I have, and I still have newer stuff that I purchased around the time I purchased this one that I have not used yet that I need to do. This is Extreme Mahogany. This is going to go on our outer lid. And so we're going to put this here. This is a Fenty brush. This is the 230, and I'm going to use the blending brush because I'm going to attempt to wing out my shadow. And I've learned from experience, because y'all know, if you've been here, I do like to try new things. You know, wing and shadow, it's okay with a shader brush, but sometimes I'm like, this is not the proper brush. And not necessarily this one, but just like a flat shader brush. I'm like, I should have had a blending brush, or even a small blending brush or something. And so we're going to use a blending brush. So this is going to be on the outer lid. Thank you for being here if you're returning. Yeah, and dealing with all of my shenanigans. I am backed up on uploading shorts. Sometimes I'm torn with shorts. I'm torn with shorts. Some people find me and subscribe to me through shorts, but then sometimes it affects the video views, because if they just want to see the look, they see the look. And whereas for me, I like long form content. I want to see the process. I want to see how you got from here to there. And maybe that's my skill set, because I see color different than some people sometimes. And so even if I'm looking at a look, I don't always know like what color it is. And I don't know if they layered colors, if they mix colors, you know what I mean? And so I want to see the video. I want to see the tutorial. I want to see what they did. But for some people, where they are, according to what they say, you know, where they are in their makeup journey, they just want to see the look. But I don't have the eye for color to just look at a look and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can dupe that, because I don't know what it is. But then if I have a color that I think is what I'm seeing, then yeah, but I still want to see the process. Because sometimes it is as simple as just one shade, and then other times it might be, you know, 2 or 3 shades that they layered or they blended a certain way or something. I just want to see it. You know, that's how I learn best, is by seeing and by hearing. So I'm listening to what they're saying, which is why I like when people talk in their videos, even if they're applying makeup. That's how I learn, by both seeing and hearing. Some learn best by just seeing, some learn best by just hearing, some learn best by doing. I think I'm a mix of all three, and it depends on what it is. But this is what we have so far. I'm trying to make sure it's even. This side looks like it's further in, so we're going to put some more right here. And I think maybe I shouldn't have put so much here. So we're going to tap straight in. This is kind of powdery a little bit, but not a lot. And we're going to just tap straight in, and we're going to tap off, and we're going to pull this out. And hopefully it does what I want it to do, but it looks like it's not. So we're tapping in again, we're tapping off, and actually we're going to tap and then do this to blend it out. And it's still, this is how it looks when I use a shader brush. So maybe I need a smaller blending brush. And so I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. And I encourage you to just play in your makeup, try new things, figure out what you like for you, what you need to improve on if you want to look different than how it's turning out. But really just having fun. And it is fun trying new things. Even if it doesn't turn out right, it's like, okay, I know not to do that again. If it turns out right, it's like, okay, I know to do that again. This is not doing what I wanted to do. And I did bring primer over here. But this is not at all even looking the same. Like, what am I didn't tap off this time. Okay, now this is bringing more shadow. So this is out past my brow. But I don't like this space right here. So we're going to tap in, not tap off, and we're going to do this to bring it out past the brow. So that did seem to work, but then it's fading. Like how this color, well, from here to here is consistent, but it's distinctly different. This is a whole lot lighter than there. So I'm not sure what to do other than like take a shader brush and just pack it on there, or take this brush and just pack it like right there. So thank you for being here to learn with me. And maybe this will work, but then it's not that point that I see that people get when they wing their shadow. And I just did a hook down here. But you know what, when I clean up underneath, if I need to clean up, or if I don't, I'll just put on more foundation to clean up that hook. So this is very much a learning process. I do like winged shadow when I see it on other people. I'm not sure if it's like for me, for like my daily thing. It's definitely not my go-to, as you can tell, because I'm struggling like crazy, even just to get this shadow on. And my puff lid is sticking to my mobile lid, so I need to hurry up and put shadow there before that really irritates me. But and the shapes are just so different, like from this side to this side. I don't and it usually does look feathered out, and I'm trying to get the color consistent. So maybe I just have a thing where I just need to let it do what it do, and just let it just look how it looks. You know what I'm saying? But Yeah, I'm not liking this, but we're learning here. I'm messing up a pet palette, y'all. A pet palette with the look. So we're going to take this brush again, and we're just going to feather. We're just going to let it go where it goes. Avant-garde, that's what we're going to say. Because this needs something, and I don't know what. And I probably will just take foundation and cover all this up later. Because this is not my skill set at all. Hashtag troll tried it, and y'all see me sweating, even though I just said this is the brush that had primer and foundation on it. It was on 80. It was 80 degrees in here, and I think my thermostat is on 76 because I had it on 74, and then I got chilly. But now that I'm in front of these lights, I'm like, I should have left it on 74. So now we're going to take Sable Bronze. That is not Sable Bronze. This is Sable Bronze, this shade right here. And that's going to go on the center of the lid, thankfully, because my mobile lid is sticking to the puff, which is right here in the crease. So I'm going to just tap this here just so it'll stop sticking a little bit. So the puff will stop sticking just a little bit. So this is going to go in the center of the lid, and we're going to overlap Extreme Mahogany. Excuse me. These shades are so smooth. I like Pat's formula. That's all I can say. It just works. The same with Natasha Denona. I love the formula. Her creamy matte and her cream to powders, they just work. I can pick up any of these motherships and know that the metallics and the mattes are going to work. And with Natasha Denona, I know I can pick it up, and the cream to powders and the creamy mattes and her metallics are going to work. And it gets funky when you get to the chroma crystals and the sparkling wet effects, because those can be a little chunky, just like the chunky monkeys in Pat McGrath can be chunky. But I've learned to work with them. But for the most part, I know I can just pick up that palette and it's going to work. And that's why I have so few brands, because I'm like, if it works and doesn't irritate my lids. I did just tap into the Bronze Sable again. Sable Bronze, excuse me. And we're going back and forth over the line. So that's how we're getting our blend right here, because it was looking a little harsh to me. This side doesn't though. And so this is looking atrocious. You know, I be trying stuff. I do. It doesn't always work, but then I know, okay, don't do that again. Unless I'm going for a particular look. I think it was a Grace Jones look on Vlogmas a couple years ago that someone had requested I do. And it was definitely different. I did like it, and it fit the picture of Grace Jones I was trying to replicate, so that was awesome too. We're going to take VR Rose Venus. We're going to put this on the inner lid. This, yeah, this is a dual chrome. So you see, excuse the glare from the lights. So you see it's gold, and then it's pink. So that's going to go. The blending brush, the brush we used for out here was a Fenty 210. This is an Esom V27, and it's just a small packer brush. And I like the formula. I do believe this is the baked formula, not chunky at all, no fallout. Look at that, it goes on. If you want to use your finger, you can. For me, I would use a sponge tip applicator, but I'm satisfied with how this looks. I'm satisfied with the saturation of this shade. It is playing nice next to Sable Bronze, and it's looking nice, I think, in my inner corner area. So I'm digging it. This palette is easy. It took me a long time to decide to get it. I'm glad I got it. This is the brush that has Sable Bronze, and we're just going to overlap, because it's looking like there was a gap right here, but it's not. It's just the way that shadow looks. And so we're going to, we have a tear duct shade, but we're going to do lower lash line first. NYX retractable eyeliner, and this is in gray. We're going to put this on. My lower lash line looks dark anyway. Like, I'd be wondering if shadow just travels under there, because like, why does it look like it's something under there? I'm not talking about my discoloration that's like here, but my actual lash line. Or maybe because foundation doesn't get there when I put foundation on. But I noticed that quite often it does look like it's something there and it's not. And I'm like, what are you? Where are you? Where'd you come from? So this is the NYX retractable eyeliner that we're putting under here. I do recommend these. They don't irritate my rims or my waterline, except the black one irritates my waterline. So it's just something about that one. I can use it underneath my lower lash line without a problem. but for my inner rims, it irritates my eyes, and I think just because it's too close to my eyes. For our inner rims, we're going to use the Prime Pro Medics in black. This one doesn't irritate my inner rims. I probably could have used a brown since we're using lighter shades for our lid shades. And so that's the difference. It's a subtle difference, but it is a difference. And I just like that look. I remember even in my early makeup days, I was doing my waterline. I don't know who I saw do it or what, but when I tried it, like, I just never went back. There's sometimes I forget to do it, but I just like the look. And even for upper lash line, it's very subtle, but you can tell. And when I do have a color other than black or brown on my waterline, people will say, is that a color you have, like, near your eyeball? Because they don't know what to call it because they don't really wear makeup. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, that's pretty. So people, it is noticeable. It's not like bam in your face, but it's just like a little something like, is it there or is it not? So now we're going to take iridescent pink, this shade here, this shade, and that's going to go in our tear duct area. Let me just make sure it's dry real quick. This is a lipstick applicator, so just in case there's a little moistness from when I did my inner rims. So iridescent pink 003, we're going to put that in our tear duct area right there. Wow, like, that's pink. That's this one, and that's more pink than this one that's on the inner corner. Sometimes I'll be like, what colors are these? But it does say iridescent pink, and it is pink. This one says VR Rose Venus, but it doesn't look rose. That came up like a gold, but it is a dual chrome. So sometimes with these, I don't know what they're gonna look like till I put them on, and I don't swatch out colors before I do looks. Maybe I should, you're saying? I hear you. We're gonna take Valoria, this shade here, and that's gonna go on our lower lash line. This is why we put the gray under here, to give this something to stick to, and also to maybe enhance the color of this. It's like a taupey purplish something or other, a dusty lilac type of color. No, I'm not good at describing colors, if you were asking or yelling at the TV or your phone as you're watching this. No, I am not at all good at describing colors. And that's why I always hold it up and point at it. And so even if you don't have that palette, if you have that shade, or if you like the look that I'm doing, you can dupe it out for what's in your collection. And I appreciate those of you who do watch me, who don't use the brands that I use, because it really is just about the colors. We're going to take, didn't plan to, this brush, and we're just going to buff under here. There's no shadow on this brush. I like the look, excuse me, straight on. This, I'm thinking we're going to leave it like that. You know why? Because we experiment here and we do things here. And so what happens is, this is what happened. And when you look at this, you're like, yeah, she tried something. She tried something. So really quick, I'm going to do, oh, upper lash line. What are we going to do? I think I just want to do a brown. I haven't done a brown eyeliner in a very long time. This is MAC's Fluid Line, and Dip Down is around. I remember every time I said that, I would sing it. That's what this looks like. It's just a brown liner. The fluid lines are designed to be eyeliners. You can also use them, though, for shadow bases. The paint pots are designed to be shadow bases, but you can also use them for eyeliner. And I do use the fluid lines and the paint pots interchangeably. And so I have different colors, so it just depends on what color I want to do. Like, I don't have a paint pot in brown because I have Dip Down is a brown. And so that's how I decide which one to use. It's just whatever color I want to use. This line is janky. I notice sometimes watching back my videos, my liner be janky on my upper lash line. Sometimes I miss a spot. Sometimes it's like a hook from where I hit a hair follicle and the brush skips. And I just be like, man. So just know, when you see something really janky, I don't notice it. Because otherwise I would be like, okay, this ain't right. This don't look right. Like when stuff don't look right and I notice it, I will tell you, I don't like it. It don't look right. I need to fix it. Or we're just going to leave it and just let it be janky. But if it's something janky and I don't mention it, I don't notice it until like later. So I just want you to know that. Because I'll be looking at my videos sometimes like, girl, your lash liner looks really funky. And I'm in a video like, yeah, this is the look. And I'm just like, oh, girl, you really a troll right now. Troll being a good thing still. Troll just doing it and just owning it and know you the bomb, regardless of how it turns out. Yeah, so just to let you know, I don't always see what you see until I watch it, like after you watch it or after it goes live. So, and I'm looking at this like, it looks like something right here, but I think this is just like my waterline. Not my waterline, but where my outer line, like what am I trying to say? This space right here, in between your upper lashes and the lower lashes, I don't know what to call it. This side doesn't look like a gap, but this side looks like it has a gap, and sometimes it does, and I don't know why. I don't know why it does that. So we are going to, I'm sweaty. We're going to actually, I don't have any fallout, so I don't necessarily feel like I need to put on anything else under my eyes. And so what we're going to do, we're going to finish the face, and I will come back. What lip are we going to do? We're going to pull a brown, and we didn't. We pulled a purple. We're going to do a brown. Yep, we pulled a brown. We're going to do this lip, and this is number 54 Autumn Wind from the Sephora collection. So we're going to do the face and then come back with the finished look. This is the finished look. So what we did for mascara, Matte Stack Mascara and Violet, because it really doesn't show up violet. We did that. We did set the face with Hourglass Translucent Setting Powder, Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Bronzer, we use Bronze Divinity from Pat McGrath. For blush, we use Paradise Venus from Pat McGrath. For highlighter, we used, this is Mo Honey from Fenty. This was gifted to me from Tanya's Beauty Box. To finish the face, we use Hourglass Radiant Light under eye and all over. For, what did we do? That's everything. Mascara. Oh, we lined the lips with NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner, and this is Club Hopper. That's what that shade looks like. And I already have shown you 54 Auburn Wind, which is the lippy that we do have on. So that is everything. And then I was going to spray the face lightly with the Fenty What It Do mist. But then I remembered I hadn't put the Hourglass finishing powder on. Usually I do spray before I do mascara because sometimes it makes the mascara wet and it's my top lashes will stick to the bottom lashes. But this mist is so fine. And you saw I was putting it on. Like I don't taste anything. I love this. So this is look number 3 with Divine Rose. Very easy, very quick, very simple, very much experimental. I don't like this, just so you know. I don't like that. I need to figure out how to get it to a point. And maybe I need to use a smaller, fluffier brush. And I'm trying to see if I can find one really quick. Let's just try this one. That was Mahogany. That was this shade. I didn't intend to do this. I just want to see if I can just get it like to a point or something where it's not just squared off. And this is not even doing it. I mean, it's fading out, but you know what it is? Because I'm trying to get it to how I see other people's. And I always say, do your makeup however. But because this is new to me, you know, I'm using other people's videos as like a guide. And because I do like how that didn't help at all. Troll, you should have just left it alone. This ain't, We're trying it. Hashtag we tried it. So pictures are just going to be like this. Because this... Yeah, if I'm going to do the real short, just looking straight. And if they want to see the experiment, you know, I'm going to show it because we're experimenting. And that's what we do here. And that's what I promote, is trying new things. And so I'm not going to try to hide it. And I did think to put foundation over it, but that foundation wouldn't have covered it. I would have had to put the Fenty foundation or concealer over it to cover it. And I said, you know what? What do we stand for here? Just trying new things. So Yeah, I'm owning it. This is our look for the day. This is what we got. Let me know what you think. Minus, thumbs up because I tried something new. How about that? So anyway, if you made it this far, go ahead and thumbs up if you like the video, or just for trying something new. Even though we don't like it, we're going to own it. We're still going to post a video because that's what we do. Good, bad, or indifferent. We're going to post and not be ashamed or embarrassed or anything like that. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. There's quite a few of you who keep coming back and you're not subscribed. Go ahead and click that button. It doesn't mean you have to watch every video. I upload almost every day. I know it can be probably overwhelming. So I'm not asking that you watch every video. What am I looking for? But yeah, go ahead and subscribe. There's a lot of links below, a lot of information below if you're curious about joining. All of that's below. Some of the shopping links are affiliated. A few are not, but most of them are. But there's a lot of information below. Playlists of interest will be below, and also any iCards. Those videos will show up at the bottom underneath the description box. And so that'll be it for this video. And as always, I do thank you for being here, and I appreciate you for being here. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.